Shalom. Back with part 5. All right. Hopefully we'll be able to close this out here. All right. Ye were sold. This is Baruch 4 and 6. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction. Okay. But again, Esau, again, he was created to be what he is. The evil, the wicked, the devil, and Satan here on the earth. You understand that? All right. So you're not supposed to treat a servant in that way. Okay. Because in reality, you have to understand something. We're not really the servants. They are. All right. And there's scripture on that. Matter of fact, I'll take you to that in a moment. All right. But because ye moved, see, we moved the God power to wrath, ye were delivered unto our enemies, his enemies. You understand? Again, this is backed up by, Deuteronomy 28, 48, and 49. All right. And 49 tells you, they fly by the eagle, telling you it's the Edomite. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils. You see that? That's why we fell and kept falling. We got into the heathen women and we started worshiping, the heathen gods. And what does the first commandment say? Thou shalt not have no other God before me. You understand, people? So you have to take responsibility and accountability for that. That's why we went into captivity. That's why we went what we have gone through and are still going through. You understand? Even though we're at the end of our captivity. You understand that, people? All right. So we provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils. In other words, worshiping those false idols of worship, right? Like sweet Jesus, okay? And not to the God power, all right? Ye have forgotten the everlasting God power that brought you up, and that ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. You see that? All right. All right, let's get back. Okay. All right. All right. So, we were given into his hands. All right. And how did he really destroy us, besides genociding us or whatever? I mean, to destroy what? Again, change your reality, your perception of reality. Okay, perverse and corrupt your mind, get you to sin, to constantly stay in sin. All right, which keeps him in the policy, and has kept him in the policy. All right, even though he only has but a limited time to rule, but you people helped the program. You 2/3 of Israelites, you helped it, along. All right. Because you won't hearken unto the word of the Lord. You won't come into the truth. All right? All right, anyway. Thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, right? That's talking about his blasphemies. All right? Much like what we read here. What is that? In Daniel 7:25. Let's see here. He shall speak great words against the Most High. See that? That's blasphemies, right? And shall wear out the saints, right? The Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And think to change times and laws, right? Draconian laws, right? Which are harsh and severe. And they shall be given into his hand until the time and times and dividing of time. All right? But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion. You see that? See, his kingdom is being taken away. All right? Again, for unrighteous dealings injuries, and riches got by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people, who are the Edomites, onto another, who is Jacob. Because again, it goes back to the prophecy. Esau is the end of the world, meaning the end of an age, meaning the ending of his age, his rulership and kingdom here on the earth. And Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. So you see, America, Babylon the Great is not the end all be all the way Esau would have you believe. All right? Okay, so, but his judgment shall sit, and shall take away his dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. You see that? See, and the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High. Who's that? The Israelites. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that make up the 12 tribes of Israel. You understand that? And it starts with the elect, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey. You see that? Do you understand that? Let's back that up in Daniel 2:44. And in the days of these kings, we're living in those days, shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people. So the Edomites or any of the other 16 heathen nations are never going to rule again. This is the everlasting kingdom. All right? And our kingdom shall never be destroyed, taken out of power. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people. See, no other nations are going to rule. All right? We're going to be the immortal God, kings, and priests of the earth. But it shall break in pieces and consume, which means to destroy, all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. See that? You understand? All right? So thus with your mouth, talking about Esau, Edom, ye have boasted against me, right? Those blasphemies. And have multiplied your words against me, and I have heard them. Thus saith the Lord God, when the whole earth rejoices, I will make thee desolate. See that? All right? And as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance at the house of Israel, because it was desolate, right? He laughed, he boasted, he enjoyed laughing at us, right? Keeping us, in having his foot upon our necks, all right? All these centuries, because it was desolate, right? Because he destroyed us. Will I do unto thee, thou shalt be desolate, all right? O Mount Seir, and all of Idumah, all you Edomites, even all of it. And they shall all know that I am the Lord Yahweh. All right? So again, let's jump, let's go to Amos. This is Amos 1:11. All right? Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother, who is Esau's brother, Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually. There's that word perpetual, meaning continuous, forever, never ending. See? And he kept his wrath forever. There you go. All right. Now, he's not going to quit him. Nahum. See? The God power is jealous, and the Lord Yahweh revengeth. The Lord Yahweh revengeth and is furious. And the Lord Yahweh will take vengeance on his adversaries. You see that? Jump right here to, what is that, Jeremiah? Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries. I repeat, all thy adversaries. He didn't say some. He didn't say few. He said all. And all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. Again, he who leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Read that in Revelation 13 and 10. All right? So, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that preyed upon thee will I give thee for a prey. See that? They preyed on us. We're going to prey on them. All right? Again, Nahum, continuing on. So the Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, as we just read. All thy adversaries, Esau, Edom, plus the other 16 heathen nations. And he reserveth wrath for his enemies. And the Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. You see it? There you go. All right. Let's go here. Let's go to Isaiah 34th chapter. Isaiah 34. See, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, the Edomites, who are the people of my curse to judgment. See that? You understand that, people? For the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra. All right? In other words, Basra is a capital in Edom, talking about American Babylon the Great, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, again, talking about America Babylon the Great. You understand that? America Babylon the Great is going to be a sacrificial altar unto the Lord, a burning sacrifice. It's going to be a memorial. So basically, Yahushai, Michael the archangel, and all the other angels, they're going to have a barbecue on that day. All right? You understand that? All right? For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of his recompense for the controversy of Zion. Zion, you are people first before you are placed, talking about you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that make up the 12 tribes of Israel. All right? And remember that the Lord is not coming back here as a man. All right? He left and was crucified as a lamb. But now when he returns, all right, he's not coming back here as a man. He's coming back here as an angelic force, an angelic power. Okay? And he's known as the King of Terrors. And he's also known as the destroyer of the Gentiles. You understand that? He's coming back to kick ass, plain and simple. Okay, people? All right. Let's jump to Isaiah 63. Give me a minute. All right, and this will prove that he's coming back to kick ass. Who is it that cometh from Edom? Right? Talking about America Babylon the Great, with thy garments from Basra, America Babylon the Great. This that is glorious in his apparel, that's talking about the chariots, all right? And he's going to be in the big fathership, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak righteousness, mighty to say, where art thou in red in thy apparel, all right? And again, this is all parabolic, metaphoric, talking about all the bloodshedding he's going to be doing, all right? Wherefore art thou red in thy apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. What happens when you crush grapes, right? They splatter, right? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, okay? For I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. Again, he doesn't necessarily need to come out of the chariot to do that. He has the concentrated laser fire that's going to do that. You see the tripods come up in the movie of the Tom Cruise movie, War of the Worlds. All right. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. There you go. All right. The Lord is coming back to kick ass. All right. I'm out. I'm on to the next one. Shalom.